immigrants. Y'all some strange ass we black, we supposed to stick with y'all. Y'all Somalis think because we black, we supposed to stick with y'all. We don't share an allegiance because I'm black. No, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm an American. We don't share an allegiance because I'm black. Fucking difference. Ma'am, I'm an American. Theodore Roosevelt said it ain't but one flag. That's Theodore Roosevelt said. He said it ain't but one motherfucking language. He said it ain't but one motherfucking language, and that's the English language. And he said above them all, it ain't but one loyalty, undivided, explicitly for the United States of America. If that ain't what the fuck you about, then you ain't about what I'm about. Being an American, first and only, honey. Not nothing in front of it, not no stipulations behind it. We not the same.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching. Welcome to Mukami Reacts. And today we're going to discuss about why the Black Americans are silent on the Somali. Please watch with me till the end. If you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel. If you've subscribed already, thank you so much. I appreciate for your support. Thank you.
Somali people have clearly stated that if you're a black American like myself, that we're not the same. They're saying, hey, no, we're Somali. You guys are American. I know we're the same skin color, but we're different. They're saying all Americans. So if you're from America here, no matter the color of your skin, they're going to take over all Americans. And they're saying we're Somali. So that's a clear distinction, clear difference. And they're saying, hey, no, we don't want to be them. We're not them. We're separate. Don't call us your brother. They're saying you blacks in America, we're not your brothers. We're from Somalia. We have our own brothers. You guys have your own brothers, which is all Americans.
I mean, they talk, listen, some people could learn some stuff from them about how arrogant they is about this country that they are taking over.
Do people always have misplaced anger when it comes to Black Americans? So I'm talking about how I see a lot of Somali people mad with Black Americans at their response to what is currently happening. But at the same time, I don't see those same people making videos about the white woman that called y'all the N-word at Cinnabon and said that she was openly racist. A lot of Black Americans have still had solidarity with them during this situation, but some of us just do not care. But you cannot be mad at Black Americans for not getting into your fights when that's not our fight to even get in. The same group of people who use microaggressions when speaking about Black Americans, like they are exempt from something, and now they are actually seeing the treatment that Black Americans have been talking about for decades, but they never wanted to believe it. They always thought it was our issue as to why we were being treated the way that we were being treated. I don't like diaspora wars. I feel like a person who is racist is going to treat all of us the same. If you are not of a certain ethnicity, of a certain race, they are not going to like you regardless. But for some reason, certain racial groups think that they are better than Black Americans, and they think that any type of treatment that Black Americans get is because of how they act. When no, they're racist. They don't like you either.
Black Americans, don't let these folks convince y'all asses to get out there and care about what ICE doing to these people. Let me say that once again. Do not let these motherfuckers online convince y'all to get out here and protest against ICE. Don't let them guilt you talking about, well, the Somalians, the Mexicans, all the immigrant groups, they stood with us when something happened to George Floyd. So the fuck what? Y'all gotta think during that time, what was going on around that time? COVID was happening around that time. COVID. We were stuck in the house around that time. That's why you've seen a lot of people come out and support that. Why it took George Floyd for people to care? Out of all the people that got unalived prior to George Floyd, that's when all of a sudden black folks care. When Breonna Taylor got unalived, what did we hear? We ain't hear nothing from these black folks. When Philando Castillo got unalived, we didn't hear nothing from these black folks. Even when baby Tamir Rice got unalived, we didn't hear nothing from these black folks. We didn't even hear nothing with the dude that got choked out in the train by Daniel Penny. Where was they at? Huh? Where was they at? And I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of my people keep saying, oh, these are immigrants that's making these videos talking about we need to stand with ICE. No, the fuck it is not, Black Americans. These are Black Americans saying this goofy shit. These are Black Americans. These are not tethers. These are not Africans. These are not just Caribbeans or Mexicans. These are black Americans getting their ass online, doing these lies, talking about we need to fight for these folks. That's what the problem. See, I ain't finna be delusional. I'm with the delineation movement, but just because I'm delineating, I'm not going to be delusional and a fool. These are black Americans that's making these goddamn videos trying to have us feel sorry for these people. It doesn't make sense. Y'all like to throw that shit in our face, and so what? They don't care about us. They don't. And they talking about, well, you know, the white folks been trying to put us in slavery. They mad about the Dred Scott and blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? They had all these years to do something to us. Why they haven't done it yet? Why they haven't done it? We always gonna be the first op in white people's eyes. Duh. These people, what these people going through is nothing. These people getting taps on the wrist. We got unalive, drag. People got their genitals cut off. Tarred and feathered, hung. Women got strung on trees, getting their bellies cut and babies falling out there motherfuckers and landing on the ground, and you see white folks laughing. This ain't happening to these people, bruh. This is not happening. You're not seeing a bunch of these people getting unalive by the police on camera, on TV. We're not seeing that. There's no immigrant Philando Castillo's getting popped all these times in front of their baby, and we sitting there watching, the whole world watching this man take his last breath. Fuck out of here. Do not fall for these folks, people. Do not fall for it. It's all a lie. It's all a con game. It's all some democratic shit. I ain't gonna call it democratic shit. It's this thing with black people that irk my motherfucking soul. We feel sorry for people. We got this moral spirit within us. That shit is over with. Let them handle their battles, bro. They're not going through nothing. We're going to go through stuff more than they will. Every day, there's something happening to a black American on this land while ICE is still fucking with these folks. Black Americans are still getting targeted, regardless. That's the thing that I don't get. These ICE want us to go against ICE people. Regardless of what happened to the immigrants, niggas still getting fucked up out here. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Huh? Let me tell y'all something. We always been the first of everything. We ain't sitting here relaxing. We just ain't gonna put our energy to that. We got too much shit going on out here right now. Let them people fight them battles. Let them people that practice anti-black hatred fight their own battles, bro. We ain't they daddy. They need to learn how to fight. See, they come from cultures where they want to worship white folks and shit. Now their feelings hurt, they don't know what to do. But the niggas in America been trying to tell them for decades, but they never want to listen. Black America, do not fall for this shit. Do not let these people guilt y'all. And be a fool out here, seeing a bunch of young black folks out here hollering, let them stop it, this is wrong. Man, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Don't listen to these people. These people get online sounding out intellectual. Now, black people, just as well as ICE is rounding all these people up and doing these horrible things to other groups of people, just keep in mind, black people, you are next. You are next. And what you think they're going to do to you? Man, you better sit your goof ass down. Heifer and nigga. Talking to the woman and the nigga. Talking that shit to me. The fuck wrong with you? That intellectual pseudo shit with the people with the bones and they know, what you call them, septum rings? We ain't listening to you niggas. Nobody ain't listening to y'all. Y'all ain't out there doing nothing. Go out there and get the septum ring pulled. Let me see let ICE pull your septum ring and see what y'all gonna do. Fuck out of here, bro. This is dangerous. You setting our people up. God damn.
African Americans, you've just been psyoped. All of a sudden, overnight, Somali people are the enemy because they said so. They're so trustworthy, right? They've never lied to you before. They never misrepresented you before. Always ask yourself when given information, why would they want me to believe this? And then you get into the information and analyze it and be a free thinker. But the most important question is, where do they gain if I believe this narrative?
We Black Americans do not owe anyone a damn thing, especially any individual or any group or any organization that is anti-Black and racist. For example, the Somali situation. They came out last year and boldly lent their support and advocacy to the felon-in-chief. They ignored Black Americans because of their anti-Blackness. Now they are dealing with the consequences of their vote. As well they should. It's time for these folks to be big boys and big girls and take their medicine. Now all of a sudden they are Black. When just a year ago, they stated that they were Somalis. They weren't Black American. They were Somalis, they were Muslim, and they were Arabs. Because see, like many other POC groups who immigrate over here, they believe that they are superior to us, and they have bought into all of the white supremacist lies and talking points about the Black American community. And they have not only bought into those lies, but they continue to teach and spread those lies within their own communities. Black Americans, we have really seen that within the past year, ever since the presidential election. We do not owe anybody or anyone our forgiveness, our grace, our empathy, or our compassion. For me personally, I have none for them. It is not Black Americans' fault that we are standing alone. Should we be unified with especially other members of the diaspora? Yes. But I choose to live in reality, and we are not. And again, it is not Black Americans' fault. We are the one group in the United States of America that have had to fight to have our humanity recognized, and then to fight for the rights that we deserve. And because of our struggle and our sacrifice, many of these immigrant groups, including members of the diaspora, have come over here after the main struggle was ended and the Civil Rights Act was passed, and have enjoyed the fruits of our labor, starting businesses, going to school, when they become eligible, voting and participating in the democratic process, and taking other opportunities, again made possible by Black American fight for justice and equity and equality. But turning around and then looking down on us and spewing white supremacist lies. And we all know what they are. They advocated specifically the Somalis for the felon-in-chief last year, and they did indeed vote for him and helped to put his regime in power, and now they are dealing with those consequences. And now all of a sudden they want to be Black. We're all Black. No, the hell we are not. These white leftists and progressives, I have always said that they are the same brand of ice cream as MAGA and Republicans. They're just a different flavor. And boy, have they been showing their asses ever since Jasmine Crockett announced she's running for Senate. The woman is already in Congress. Think about that. She is just running to switch houses. She will not get an increase in pay, but she believes, and I believe it too, that she will be more effective in the Senate. And these folks have come out the woodwork with all of their bullshit, the same routine that they pulled on Kamala Harris last year. But we see you all. All of you all are motivated by two things: your racism and your misogyny. Black Americans, the only thing that we have to do and need to do is to continue to be Black American, and then when it is time, die. That's it. We don't owe these people our support. We don't owe them our advocacy that they seem to think that they're entitled to, despite their racism and anti-Blackness. Even those of us within our own community who sided with white supremacy, all of them can take a first-class express ticket straight to the pit of hell. Black Americans, we stand alone, but that's okay, because y'all, we are enough. Keep that in mind and be careful out here.
Somalis. What's going on, Somalis? How y'all doing this morning, afternoon, or evening? Wherever you see this video, how y'all doing? Now, why y'all have so much anger and disrespect towards the Black Americans? Why? Why y'all so upset that we're not speaking up for y'all? Why? Just talk to me, Somalis. Why are y'all so upset? Why the vitriol and anger towards us? And not towards the YT man? Why? That's why I don't get. Why the displaced anger towards us, the Black Americans? Y'all never liked us. Y'all never even rock with us. Just being for real, just being honest. And I'm seeing countless of videos on what y'all did in Minnesota, right? Y'all say, well, we marched for y'all doing the Black Lives Matter. I said, Black Lives Matter? Yeah, Black Lives Matter. I'm like, Black Lives Matter. George Floyd, all the Somalis, we marched in the streets in solidarity for the Black Americans on when the police unalived George Floyd. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm going to be honest with y'all. When I saw y'all marching for George Floyd, I just looked at it as just an even, fair exchange. You know why? On what we did for y'all. And what we did for y'all was we donated money to feed the children.
This is a wet feeding center. That means cooked food is being distributed here. This is very good because we're sure then this is reaching those most in need. These people have traveled from very far and many are losing children along the way, and we have to ramp up these operations. Over 300,000 people here in Mogadishu need help, and those numbers are growing daily. But the cooked food needs to be fortified. We need to add in the vitamins that can help protect these children even better. And so these contributions that are coming in will go directly to operations like this and fortifying this food.
See, a lot of the commercials that we seen back in the day, maybe 30 years prior, or even 2011, matter of fact, I'm gonna use 2000, even in 2011, Black Americans sent money to Somalia to feed the people. Your people. We sent money there. Even in the early 90s, we sent money to y'all to feed the children. So we seen them little babies with the ribs showing. We seen them videos of them telling us that how women walk 100 miles with the babies and some of the babies didn't make it so they can get to the food center where we was giving y'all food. That was our money that we sent. So least y'all can do is march for George Floyd. So now it's an even exchange. We don't owe you nothing. You don't owe us nothing. You get what I'm saying? We fed the children out there. So don't bring up this what y'all did for us in George Floyd. But don't bring up how we fed the children. Because keep in mind, even Michael Jackson had y'all in the videos. You get what I'm saying? Back in the 80s, early 90s, he had y'all in the videos. With the starving babies with the big head like mine. Maybe a little bigger. Some of them babies' head was big as mine. But we felt bad for you, Somalis. And I thank y'all for marching. Now, we don't owe you nothing now. You don't owe us nothing, and we don't owe you.
I don't know if y'all remember my timeline news some time ago when I was telling y'all how the Somalians were getting caught up like in a lot of crime in Minnesota. And how this black lady was like, I don't know what it is, y'all, but Minnesota kind of make you go crazy. So this guy basically is saying, hey, like the reason why they're doing that is because they lost Islam. And saying that's the reason why African Americans do bad stuff. And then said they're doing worse than us, like we're the bar for worseness. And that's the reason why we're all corrupt. And tell his people to do better than us. So y'all know I went to the comment section and I had to look at the stats for Somalia. He had a lot of nerve. Saying one thing Somalians have that we don't, is Islam. Like, we don't have whole communities of black folks practicing the Islamic faith. Why do we be on y'all man so tough? And we don't bother nobody. We ain't genocided nobody, colonized nobody, took nobody land. We don't have dancing boys. We don't be trafficking folks like that. We don't have forced marriages. All the stereotypes is finally breaking down because of these new laws exposing what's truth, especially affirmative action and welfare. Leave us alone.
I've got time this morning. So this Somalian jumped into the comment section of my video, and this is what they wrote. And this individual is telling me that the Somalians don't need the support of any other community, and that they are Muslim and Somalis first. But here's the kicker. It's wild that they say at the end of their comment, stay in my lane. But you're here in the United States of America. You're not in Somalia. And you are enjoying opportunities and rights that my people struggled long and hard for to obtain and maintain. And here's the thing. Instead of you jumping into the comment sections of Black Americans' videos, spewing your disrespect and bile, if I were you, I would focus my time and energy on the people who are slandering your community and working to deport your behinds out of here. Specifically, the political party that your community here in the United States of America voted into power. That's what I would be focusing my time and attention on. And here's the thing. You are in the United States of America. You can consider yourself Muslim and Somalian first, but here in the United States, you are viewed as black like me, and you are going to be treated as such. So I think you need to follow your own advice and stay in your lane and have the day you deserve.
So Black Americans got pulled somehow into Somali business. We've been over here minding our business and minding Asian people's business quietly, I might remind you. So how did we get pulled into Somali business?
In case you did not know, Somalis are notorious for looting, stealing, their piracy, very well known for. They marry children, they don't have women's rights, women can't vote. And when you import a bunch of them into the middle of Minnesota in our country, they're going to do the same thing. They are going to steal. They are going to... It's so crazy that we've done this. They're not going to assimilate. They are just going to find a stronghold of a shared community of values that they have, Somali values in a Western culture, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to cut off female genitalia because 99% of Somali women have done that, or I guess had that done to them. They are going to steal. Again, what do you think of when you think of Somalia? Piracy. Which is exactly what we are seeing, because in case you did not know, there is currently a massive investigation into this Medicaid fraud scheme amongst the Somali community in our country. They're making fraudulent claims and they are stealing from the taxpayers. They're stealing from our government. And if that wasn't bad enough, it has been reported that we are the largest funder of Al-Shabaab, their terror group back in Somalia. Yeah, they've been defrauding the US government and then sending it to our enemy. And we are at work paying for it. Calling this out, it's not racist, it's not xenophobic, it's not being anti-Somali. It's saying, hey, I actually think Western culture, the freedoms that we have, are superior. I would much rather live in a country where I have a voice, where I can vote, where my genitals aren't removed, where I could wear what I want, practice what religion I want. I think that's a superior way of life. And the people in Somalia do not think that's a superior way of life. They're coming here to change it and expecting anything else from a group of people that have not changed in their home country and then bringing them here and thinking they're going to change here. It's insane. It's insanity. And it's going to be the end of our freedoms. We cannot tolerate a group of people who do not tolerate our freedoms. It's not racist. That's not xenophobic to say. It's the truth, and we better start saying it. And the option of doing nothing about this isn't there. Bye-bye. Thank you, Trump.
So aside from her seeming like she was sounding like a Chinese movie because the audio didn't seem like it was synced with her lips. That's on her side, not on my side. I think that some of it is true, and then some of it is embellished, right? And this is why we have to have conversations about these type of things, because yes, they are bringing their culture over here. Yes, I have been to Minneapolis and I've witnessed it with my own eyes. Yes, I've spent over a week and seen it with my own eyes. At the same time, it's difficult for me to say that you got to get rid of them and kick them out if the majority of them are American citizens. I believe in the rule of law. I believe in operating by the Constitution. I also don't believe in birthright citizenship. And I believe that people that are not supposed to be here in the United States of America should be removed if they are an illegal migrant on the soil of the United States of America. Now, what we also need to do is change the rules by which they are leveraging American law to continue to come over here in the United States of America. So, for example, Trump did a great job by removing temporary protective status, TPS, from Somalis who are over in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they have literally overtaken Minneapolis.
Now, I want y'all to take a look at this. This right here is a breakdown of how much time each of these networks right here have spent on what I believe is supposed to be the biggest story in America right now. Yeah. See, when a current sitting governor, the commander-in-chief of Minnesota, is caught up in a multi-billion-dollar fraud, embezzling taxpayer dollars in order to siphon that money into the pockets of illegal immigrants, or specifically, an 80 percentile of Somalians who are being paid by the government to chill. Yeah, when that whole thing gets exposed, according to ABC, CBS, and NBC, aka the mainstream propaganda machine, that is considered a non-story. And by the way, for anybody who's trying to call this whole thing racism, go ask a Black American about how they feel about this one.
Child, the comment section on the video I made about the Columbus, Ohio Somali fraud is epic. Go read the comment section. First of all, let me address something. I got a whole bunch of people talking about, well, you need to go make videos. You need to take pictures. Child, do I look like Eyewitness News to you? Do I look like a private investigator? And do I look like I can fight pirates? I cannot. And therefore, I will not be putting myself in harm's way. If you want to know what's going on, you come see for yourself. Or read the comment section. People from Columbus, Ohio are all up and down that comment section. Talk about, yep, she's right. I've seen it for myself. I agree. Columbus is horrible. You please come and help us in Columbus. They are all up and down the comment section, but so are people from all around the country, from other parts of the country where this exact same Minnesota fraud is going on in their community. And they are begging for ICE and fraud investigators to come help them as well. So, honey, you don't need pictures. Read the comments. You know I'm telling the truth. With that being said, the best thing about my comment section are the comments from the Somalis. Child, they are laughing at us, saying we just jealous because we don't know how to work the system the way they do. They are admitting to the fraud. They are saying stuff like this is their land. They were promised the United States of America, and so they are taking it and taking it over. Go read the comment section, honey. It's better than the video.
You don't have to read the comment section. I have some clips for you today. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And to the first clip, the opening clip there, don't you find it suspicious that mainstream media is not covering a story where a sitting governor, under his watch, 6.5, upwards of $8 billion has gone missing due to fraud? And mainstream media has decided not to cover it? Don't you find that suspicious? Let's keep going in this video. Hit the like button. Share.
Look, after hearing what that man said about the Somalis in Minnesota, I just got to say, some of y'all needed to learn this lesson the hard way.
Y'all didn't want to believe that Black Americans knew what we were talking about. You did not want to believe that. A lot of people have come to this country from different parts of the world, and the first thing they do in order to assimilate to American culture is adopt the mentality that Black Americans are just complaining and not trying to warn people who is in charge and how they feel about anybody that is not of a certain flavor. Y'all always say stuff like, I just gotta work hard enough, get the right education, I gotta behave a certain way. That is why these people are struggling. And as long as I don't act like them, I will not be in danger. And there's really no other way to explain it, That's how you feel. You teach your kids to think that way, all right? And it literally takes for them to say what that man said in order for you to start understanding that we were trying to warn you this whole time. That man literally said they're garbage. He said they're garbage and we don't want them in this country. But you know what's crazy? You know what's really crazy? You heard that one man say on CNN, they'll still vote Republican. They'll still vote alongside these people. I can't explain it, but they will absolutely keep trying to appeal to their abusers.
Because at the end of the day, the sickness that I really believe has been, bred here in America is that sickness of convenience. And for some reason, it is more convenient to do everything you can to appeal to these people that don't want you here than actually take a stand and vote alongside or speak alongside or stand hand in hand, arm in arm with the same individuals who they are oppressing. Because what you really want is your shot at the top. That's what a lot of people really want. They want their shot at the top. It doesn't really, solidarity, all that stuff, they're not interested. It's like, call me crazy, but the longer Trump 2.0 goes on, I'm starting to think that the only group that did not vote with inherent selfishness and inherent cruelty was Black Americans. I would like to live in a different country now. Honestly, I'm kind of sick of this fever dream that we call America.
Why are the Black Americans not reacting, or rather, why are they silent on the Somali, or what is happening between the Somali and the US government? So let's discuss, guys. The Black Americans have been silent for a minute about what's happening in the US, and particularly concerning the Somali. There's been ongoing immigration enforcement from the government, from the ICE, and the Black Americans are not talking. Why are they not talking? One, the Black Americans have said that the Somali said that they are not brothers, they are not related, they are neither brothers, they are Muslims. I feel like this brings disunity, and that's why the Black Americans are silent. The other thing, the Black Americans are saying that the Somalis have bowed down for the white supremacy. And what does this means? They are saying that they are anti-racist, they are anti-black, they cannot protest, like they cannot tie ties, they cannot side with the blacks, they cannot be anti. They've said they're supporting white supremacy, and they've said that they cannot be anti-racist. So I feel like this is the reason why the Black Americans are really silent, and they've left the Somali to fight their own battles. They've said that this is your own battle, we are not siding with you. And on the other hand, the Somalis are saying that they supported the Black Americans on the George Floyd case. But someone has argued in this video that the Black Americans supported the Somalis of the Mogadishu by helping them with food, money for food and nutrition while they were suffering. So they feel like it's an equal thing. It's a fair game. I feel like that's the reason why they are silent. On another reason why they are silent, and they are saying that this is not their battle. The same way the Somalians said that the Black Americans are not their brothers. They're not their blood. They're not related in any way. So that's why these Black Americans are silent. And honestly, I feel like this is fair. I feel like this is a fair game. So let me know in the comment what you think. Tell me, guys, is this fair or not fair? Again, the Somalis said that they don't need any support. They can stand on their own. They don't need any support from the Black Americans, not considering the fact that the Black Americans are the one who fought for the African countries to be coming to the US. They are the one who pay taxes. They are the one who sweat like for them to come and enjoy all this. And after all that, all they get is abuse. All they get is no support from the people that should be supporting them because they are from Africa. I feel that's the reason why they are silent. Again, the Somalis have said that they have sided with the white people, and they're forgetting where they're coming from. They're forgetting their roots back from Africa, and they're forgetting the fact that they are blacks, like they are black people, like they're not the whites. I feel like this is a fair game. So let me know in the comment what you think. Tell me, guys, is this fair or not fair? Again, the Somalis said that they don't need any support. They can stand on their own. They don't need any support from the Black Americans, not considering the fact that the Black Americans are the one who fought for the African countries to be coming to the US. They are the one who pay taxes. They are the one who sweat like for them to come and enjoy all this. And after all that, all they get is abuse. All they get is no support from the people that should be supporting them because they are from Africa. I feel that's the reason why they are silent. Again, the Somalis have said that they have sided with the white people, and they're forgetting where they're coming from. They're forgetting their roots back from Africa, and they're forgetting the fact that they are blacks, like they are black people, like they're not the whites. So the Black Americans are saying that they have left the Somalis to deal with their own consequences. There's a video from a beautiful lady showing how the Somalis have been corrupt. They have been laundering money, the money that the Black Americans are sweating. They've paid tax for, they've struggled for, and that's their country. Meanwhile, the Somalis are organizing groups and community where they feel like they can get. So, meanwhile, the Somalis are organizing groups and community where they feel like they can get support. Should solidarity go beyond borders, or should it be based on a shared identity? Until next time, have a good one.